Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll be giving up my best bets for UFC Vegas 90. Brandon Allen taking on Chris Curtis in the rematch, boys. This card is absolutely terrible. I mean, this card absolutely sucks, but it's pretty interesting from a gambling perspective, boys. We have some big plus money numbers, as you can see here, which I'll be breaking down in a matter of moments, but let's just recap our entire year. 54 units overall this year. I mean, plus 54 units overall, 100 and I think it's 4 units overall now. So yeah, we're absolutely crushing it, man. And you know, let's keep this momentum going into this event. Last week we were down like 1 point something units. That, I mean, if you made profit on that card, it's basically like winning $1 million. I mean, that card was an absolute joke. From a, you know, reffing, the judging, just everything about it just felt so, you know, like PFL-ish. I'm not gonna lie, it just felt so amateurish, and that's something that we've kind of been seeing lately with these really bad cards. But yeah, this is the last week before UFC 300, so let's make it a good week, and let's have that momentum and confidence going into that big card, or the big pay-per-view for next week, boys. By the way, guys, if I'm stuttering, I am absolutely cooked right now. How long have I been awake for? I've been awake for 20 hours, so if you guys can, you know, ignore the stuttering, ignore me, you know, having a mental just mishap throughout the video, like, excuse me, boys. But yeah, boys, let's break down my best bets for UFC Vegas 90, boys. So I'll just start at the top of the list and I'll work our way down. Alexander Hernandez taking on Damien Jackson. Also, boys, I have a max bet for UFC 300, so stay tuned for the content that I will be releasing. I put a lot of time and effort into this UFC 300 max bet video. It's a lot of editing, a lot of, like, a bit of skits in there. And yes, just a lot of time I put into this video, so stay tuned for that. I think I'll release it probably around Tuesday. And yeah, guys, I'm really confident in my max bet for UFC 300. Just stay tuned for that, boys. But anyway, Alexander Hernandez taking on Damien Jackson. I like Alexander Hernandez in this matchup, man. You know, people will say, why are you trusting Alexander Hernandez 3.4 units in this matchup? I just think that Alexander Hernandez is going to have such an athletic advantage in this matchup. He'll have the speed advantage, the power advantage, and I think that Damien Jackson in his last few fights has kind of showed a bit of a decline. You know, so is Alexander Hernandez, but I still think, I wouldn't say Alexander Hernandez has, like, declined in any way. I would say, you know, he's just been fighting better fighters than him that have, you know, cardio to outlast him and just break him in fights, like Billy Quarantillo, like Bill Algeo. As the fight went on, you know, Bill Algeo was just able to pick up the pace on Alexander Hernandez, which was most people's, you know, reads. That's kind of what should have happened, and that's what did happen. But I don't think Damien Jackson has that kind of pace, pressure. Well, he has the pressure, but he doesn't have the pace, he doesn't have the toughness. Well, he's pretty tough, but he doesn't have that chin, if that makes sense. He doesn't have the durability to outlast and just outgrind and outwork a guy like Alexander Hernandez as the fight goes on. If Damien Jackson had that, you know, Billy Quarantillo type cardio, I mean, it's a you know, Damien Jackson play all day here, but I just don't think he has the cardio and the chin to take the shots from Alexander Hernandez in this matchup. I think that Alexander Hernandez is going to be the faster striker. I think he's going to be the more athletic guy. I think he's going to be able to you know, be the stronger guy in the clinch, in the wrestling exchanges when Damien Jackson is trying to hunt for those takedowns early on. And yeah, I just like Alexander Hernandez in that matchup. And also, you know, I played these right here. As you can see, Jackson round 2 KO and round 3. I mean, just look at those odds. Those odds are very, very juicy. I had to play those odds. I think you can understand why. Those odds that Bet365 are giving me, I had to take those odds just because, yeah, even though the way he'll likely win is probably by, you know, submission, but you know, we've seen Alexander Hernandez breaking fights, so if, you know, Damien Jackson is able to break Alexander Hernandez and just, you know, find a way to get on top, possibly get his back and just pound him out, that's, you know, I just love the odds at the, you know, plus 3,000, plus 5,000, but I am going to pick Alexander Hernandez to win. I'm pretty confident that he does get the job done at UFC Vegas 90. Our next bet is Lucas Brzeski. Boys, I mean, people are going to roast me here, but if you watch the tape on Valter Walker, you will know this guy is not good whatsoever. Plus 300, I just had to take the value shot. Will Valter Walker win this fight? Most likely. Should he be a minus he was like a minus 400 at that stage I placed a bet. Hell no, he should not be a minus 400, so I had to play the plus 300 on Lucas Brzezinski. Lucas Brzezinski is around plus 220, 222. So I had to play Lucas Brzezinski at that price at plus 300. I think you can understand why. Lucas Brzezinski will have the striking advantage. His takedown defense isn't the best, but his get-up game is pretty solid. His cardio is not the best, but boys, if you've been looking at his new physique, if you guys know, pre-USADA, pre getting into the UFC, Lucas Brzezinski, oh my god, this guy was ripped. As soon as he gets into the UFC, he looks like a blob from, what's his name? Is it like Monsters versus, I can't even remember what that movie's called, but yeah, you guys will know what I'm talking about. He just looked like an absolute fat blob in his recent fights, but if you look on his Instagram, he has a six-pack. USADA are gone, so this guy's likely going to be on the sauce here, and he's fighting for his job. So this guy's going to come in here motivated and put it all on the line against Valter Walker. He doesn't really have good striking whatsoever. His striking is absolutely terrible. His takedowns are pretty good, they're pretty explosive, but I don't think his top pressure is very good. And as we've seen, Lucas Brzezinski is able to get up off the ground and consistently, like he did against oh my gosh, the dude that just fought, Carl Williams, oh my gosh. Against Carl Williams, he was able to get up multiple times, and I think if he is able to do that in this matchup, he's going to outbox Valter Walker on the feet all day here, and I do see him potentially getting a decision victory in this matchup. But it's a low confidence pick, obviously, at plus 300, but I just had to play it at those odds, man. There's no way I could pass up that value. If you guys don't know my strategy, I bet a lot on value. That's why I have a lot of plus money number bets, and we've been very successful with it this year. I've kind of changed my strategy as it's went on to kind of hunting those dogs, and we've been absolutely cashing big. So yeah, let's keep it going. Our next bet is Charlie Campbell versus Trevor Peek. I'm so parched, boys, my bad. I really like Charlie Campbell in this matchup, man. I think that Charlie Campbell is better in every single aspect of the sport. I don't think anyone's denying that. I don't even think the people that are better than Trevor Peek. There's no way they can even debate that. I think that Charlie Campbell, if he's smart here, he can get on top with his wrestling in the second or third round, win the minutes there. I think on the feet, he's going to be able to snipe Trevor Peek when coming in. Trevor Peek, man, if he fights like he did against Yanni Yaya, is that his name? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, his last fight in Abu Dhabi. If he fights like that, he is going to get pieced the up. He is going to get fucking lit up in this matchup. I mean, the way that he was fighting in that matchup, trying to fight technical out of his element. I mean, if he tries and fights a technical fight against Charlie Campbell's going to light him up in the feet. He's going to light him up from range with the crisper strikes, the crisper hooks, the tighter hooks, and just going to be able to outland a guy like Trevor Peek, who's he has to fight like a wild man, and I don't know if he's going to do that. Everyone's criticized Trevor Peek for trying to fight, just the way he fights, man. It's not technical, a lot of flaws in his style, and I don't know if he's going to be able to, I don't know if he's going to decide to, go back to what he was in previous fights. I don't know if that's kind of what he'll do in this matchup. Maybe is when he gets hit, he'll be like, fuck this, and I'm going to start swinging hammers and shit, literally. But I even then, man, Charlie Campbell should win this fight. I don't understand how these odds are dropping. You can get him minus 175 now. I don't understand what people are saying in Trevor Peek. Trevor Peek loses on the feet here. He loses on the ground. Yes, Charlie Campbell got knocked out by Chris Duncan on the Dana White Contender Series show, but if you guys don't know how Dana White Contender Series works, I mean, everyone is trying to go for a first round finish, and I kind of think it was down to Dana White Contender Series, kind of variance where Charlie Campbell really wanted that contract. He went after Chris Duncan. We've never seen him that aggressive when he's hurt someone that badly. In his last fight against Reyes, Dominic Reyes' brother, he took his time, took his shots, hurt him, still took his time, and I do think that's more of him. I don't really think, I think the Chris Duncan, getting KO'd in the comeback crazy fight, I think that was just down to him trying to, make a statement in front of Dana and kind of got overzealous and got KO'd, so I'm not worried about that, man. I think that is very, very overstated in my opinion. It happens all the time in Dana White Contender Series. That's why it's literally the best show in MMA apart from pay-per-views. I cannot wait for Dana White Contender Series to get back, boys. I will be breaking down fights for this season, so stay tuned later this summer. I absolutely love that show. It's a moneymaker, dogs, cash every single time, every single card. So yeah, love that. Absolutely love Dana White Contender Series. Maybe we'll do some watch-alongs as well, live bet with you guys, because I mean, holy shit, the live bet opportunities you get in Dana White Contender Series is crazy. But yeah, enough with that. Court McGee taking on Alex Maruto. How many minutes are we in now? I mean, oh my gosh, we're 10 minutes in. We gotta go through here quick. I like Court McGee here at the plus 275. It's like plus 240 now. It's a small play, 1 unit play. I see him Lucas Brzezinski. I think that Alex Maruto likely wins, but I think Court McGee can present challenges to a guy like Alex Maruto. Alex Maruto doesn't have the best takedown defense. He is a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's I forgot how he got off, but he's a very, very good BJJ practitioner. Very good on the ground. Has very good subs like triangles off his back, guillotines. To sword off, whatever it is, the takedowns and stuff, which Court McGee will be going for. But I think that Court McGee can win minutes on top and against defense and just outgrind and outwork Alex Maruto in those situations. He will be the bigger guy. He has been KO'd in his last 2 fights, which is a worry, but I don't think Alex Maruto is a guy that hits like a truck. I don't think you'll have to worry about, taking a shot to, land a few of his own. I think that on the front foot he can have success here against defense, dirty box him in the clinch scenario and use his overall size and cardio advantage in this matchup to win minutes, to win certain exchanges in this matchup and potentially make this fight look very, very close. So I do like Court McGee at plus 275. And I don't know if I'd play him at plus 230. I'm pretty sure he's up. I don't know if I'd play him at that, but plus 275, I just had to take the dog shot. I just don't really think that Alex Maruto should ever be a minus, 350 in the UFC, and I do think Alex Maruto is pretty skilled in all aspects of MMA, but I don't think that he should be minus 350 against anyone in the UFC, to be honest. But yeah, Jermaine Durandamy, this is a bet I actually out of today. So I was doing tape, and I was like, if Norma Dumont should win this fight, man. Jermaine Durandamy, 3.5 years, she hasn't fought in 3.5 years, had a baby. I think she's been out with some injuries as well. She's 39 years of age now, but I'm ready to find out. This is my thinking going into this fight. It is a bit of a gamble. There are red flags after red flags in this matchup, but I'm ready to find out in this matchup if Jermaine Durandamy is washed, if she's past it, because honestly, man, Jermaine Durandamy, if she is anything, if she's 80% of what she was back, 3.5 years ago, I think she wins this fight like at least 7 or 8 out of 10 times, man. I think that on the feet, I think on the feet she's levels above Norma Dumont from range. I think she's going to be able to, land, the straight shots, the side kicks, the kicks from the outside. I just think on the feet she's levels above Norma Dumont. He's more of a one-dimensional boxer, does come forward, look to get you against the fence, grinding you against the fence. But Norma Dumont's main strength is her grappling, but she doesn't use it. She doesn't really use it, doesn't look for takedowns that much, and I think that Jermaine Durandamy on the feet is just gonna be able to tag up Norma Dumont. He doesn't really have the best head movement, and yeah, I'm ready to find out, man. This is my thinking. 3.5 years ago, Jermaine Durandamy is like a minus 250 in this matchup, so I'm ready to find out in this matchup to see if she's washed. I'm willing to take the value shot on Jermaine Durandamy because there's absolutely zero value on the Norma Dumont money line, in my opinion. Boys, I'm dying over here. I'm not gonna lie. Literally been up for like 20 hours, so excuse me. I'm just trying to get my opinions and bets out here for you guys, so that we can all make money and give you my insight and some of the bets that I placed for this card. So excuse me if, I'm really done in energy here, but yeah. Cynthia Calvillo taking on Piera Rodriguez. I'm going to go through this quick because we're 14 minutes in. Cynthia Calvillo is better in every single aspect of MMA. Yes, she's on a 5-fight losing streak, but I mean, a plus 170, it was an auto bet. I mean, I was like, there's no way I can miss this line at plus 170, and it's almost a pick'em now. And I do think Cynthia Calvillo should be a pick'em against Piera Rodriguez, and I do think she wins this fight, man. I don't think Piera Rodriguez is very good. She will look for takedowns. She won't be successful on the feet. Cynthia Calvillo is better on the feet by far, in my opinion, from range with her kicks. I think on the ground she can win minutes. If she looks for takedowns, she will win minutes. On top, she's way better. Potentially could find a submission, but will likely win a decision. Probably 8 out of 10 times she wins. 9 out of 10 times she wins, to be honest. But yeah, I think that Cynthia Calvillo is a way better mixed martial artist. In her last fight against Lupi, man, she arguably won that fight. So I'm not saying, I'm not like a person that's saying she's so washed. I think she is kind of past it, 36 years of age. But we know women, can fight for longer. That's just kind of been proven, as time has went on. So I like Cynthia Calvillo plus 170, man. I had to take the shot. I don't know if I'd play her plus 110, 100, whatever she is now. Probably wouldn't play that. But yeah, I like Cynthia Calvillo. Plus 170 was kind of an auto bet for me. Dan Argueta taking on Jean Matsumoto. I had to play Dan Argueta again at plus 170, man. He's plus 140, 130. I mean, Jean Matsumoto, we know what the Dana White Contender Series fate is like. It's very, 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 very strong. This guy, Jean Matsumoto, has been taken down. If he is able to keep this on the feet, he'll have much success against Dan Argueta. He's very predictable. Very plotty, not much head movement, zero head movement, not a lot of defense, but I do think Dan Argueta is going to be able to get the wrestling going, get on top, and win the minutes there, and potentially find a submission in this fight. Our next bet is Cesar Almeida. If you guys watch my best dog of the week, you will know that I am very high on Cesar Almeida in this matchup. He has the better boxing, he has the better kicks from range, he'll be doing the more damage by far in this matchup at range, at striking distance. Dylan Bugge, not the best wrestling. We know Cesar Almeida is able to get up when taken down. He is able to get out of tricky situations on the ground, and even able to get on top of his opponents, and he has very solid cardio, as shown in his last fight. So yeah, Dylan Bugge is a guy that will come forward, push you against the fence, cage press you, potentially look for takedowns, but not inflicting damage, and we know what that is really bad for scoring criteria. I think that Cesar Almeida will be landing the harder shots. I think after the fight is done, people will be like, how did Cesar Almeida win that? He got controlled against the fence because he did zero damage. Dylan Bugge did zero damage, and Cesar Almeida should have won the fight clearly on damage. I love Cesar Almeida in this matchup. 2 units on the plus 140 dog shot. Don't understand these odds whatsoever, to be honest. I'd line this minus 130 Cesar Almeida at least. Next bet is the over 2.5. No explanation needed here. Women's MMA, there you go. I mean, I don't really have to explain that, man. This is a pretty safe parlay in my opinion. Dixon by submission. So I have 2 bets right here. These are my last 2 bets that I'll give out here. So Dixon by submission is a play that I'm looking at. I think that on the mat, I picked Nora Cannoli early in the week, but I did more tape and I did more research and I did more analysis on this fight. I think that Dixon has her covered everywhere. I mean, on the feet, no, but that's what I mean. So we have fight doesn't go the distance. I think that there's so much finishing upside in this matchup, man. If Melissa Dixon fights her on the feet, man, she's gonna get absolutely destroyed. I mean, it's not gonna be close. Just go and look at Melissa Dixon's pad work on her Instagram, man. That's when you know, like, stop striking. You better shoot takedowns in this matchup. You're gonna get absolutely pieced up. And she has been hurt in the feet before. She got hurt in her last fight against Russian Ronda. So I do like the fight doesn't go the distance on the ground, man. We knew that Nora Cannoli has absolutely zero takedown defense, terrible cardio, and I think that on the ground, man, what was it? IBJJF. I forgot what it's called. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Melissa Dixon was like doing stuff, no gi brown belt, and she won or something like that recently. So she has been working on her grappling. I think that this is a fight that she will be able to implement the grappling against a kickboxer, coming from a kickboxing background. And oh my gosh, no. I need to edit this out, boys. I just showed. Okay, yeah, edit that out. Not gonna say anything. Yeah. So I'll. Fuck. Oh, you guys don't know what I'm talking about right now. You're probably like, what is this guy talking about? Yeah. Anyway, Dixon by submission, she'll be able to get on top here. I just think even on the ground, man, her submission ability isn't that amazing, but the way she transitions to dominant positions on the ground and looks for ground and pound, goes to mount, looks for your back, takes your back, ground and pounds from your back, and can roll his balls so down as the fight goes on. I love fight doesn't go the distance. I was amazed that it wasn't a pick him, to be honest. So yeah, there you guys have it. There was my best bets. I'll show you these bets as well that I do give out. Some of these bets you are able to tail actually this week. So yeah, I love some of these plays, man. I'm not going to discuss these bets, but yeah, there you guys have it. There was my best bets for UFC Vegas 90. If you guys enjoyed this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as it helps out the channel massively, guys. And I will see you for my breakdown video for UFC 300 on Sunday. So yeah, guys, have a good day. Peace. Good luck this weekend. Yeah, boys.